Tonight, have this year's Schoolies really been the worst on record?
Welcome back to the 7pm Project.
Now, in the past few weeks, thousands of school leavers across Australia have been celebrating an important milestone in their life by getting arrested. Well, that's what you'd think if you've been watching the news. We embedded our own not-so-long-ago graduated Tom Ballard at Schoolies, and he lived to tell the tale. He's here right now. Tom Ballard, welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Is it true that you never actually did Schoolies?
I didn't go to school in year 12. It's the normal excuse. I was at musical theatre camp. So you can imagine the kind of sex I was getting.
This is your first true Schoolies experience.
This is my first Schoolies experience, and it's really not as bad as current affair programming would have us believe. I think thanks to the countless volunteers who are out there taking care of the Schoolies. I dropped into Surfers Paradise, or as I like to call it, where education goes to die, to see what really goes on. Check it out.
Seen as a rite of passage, Schoolies marks the end of an era for many of the 200,000 school leavers across Australia.
Over 20,000 of them descend here, where the Queensland Government operate what they call a safety response.
Part of that response has seen funding provided for volunteer organisation The Red Frog Crew, who use Allen's Red Frogs as an in to build a trusting relationship with the masses.
So it covers things like walk homes, handing out red frogs, going into rooms, helping them clean, being a bit of a middleman between some of the management and the Schoolies, just to keep everyone calm and just make sure you're not getting kicked out.
How does this stack up to your average Schoolies house? Is this pretty good?
It's pretty average.
It's pretty average.
Yeah.
You've seen worse. You've seen worse.
And more sty.
I expected more vomit.
With thousands of partygoers converging in the one place, Schoolies puts a strain on nearly everyone, especially the Queensland Ambulance Service.
What's sort of a typical night for you guys here at the ambulance service?
Okay, a typical night for us is we'll deal with a multitude of cases. Majority of those will be youth that have cut their foot, got minor sprains and strains, all the way through to the unfortunately heavy intoxicated youth.
The morning after, waking up who knows where next to who knows who.
To see the sunrise and we missed it.
It's 5 a.m. and we're still going. We came from home and we're going for a feed.
For those without cooking skills, the Red Frog crew again come to the rescue.
Well, another service that Red Frog offers, Tom, is to go in and cook pancakes for the Schoolies when they're feeling the munchies in the morning after a big night. So
Right, great.
Out bright and early and go and cook some pancakes.
Now, these are very pancakes that they'll be throwing up tomorrow morning.
The very pancakes we may be cleaning up off the carpet in a few hours' time.
I'm safe, Mum. Having a blast. Hi, Dad.
And with a message home and a stomach full of pancakes, it's time to start all over again.
The Red Frog Crew at my place on a weekend. They sound all right. Now, Tom, there's been so much talk that this was the worst Schoolies ever and all of that. What did you make of it being there?
Look, I was genuinely impressed. Every Schoolie I met was really lovely, and they're just there to have a good time. And, Schoolies is going to happen no matter what, so you'd think it's best to have it in a safe environment with a lot of volunteers.
Now, you're a young person, which is great, and I respect you for that. I wanted to ask you, because it seems to me if you come out and say this was the worst Schoolies ever, everyone going there this week is going to go, oh, no, we can top that.
Exactly. No, I just think it's great that so many people want to celebrate really nailing Pythagoras. I think it's just great.
Do you think, though, that there's been talk of there being more arrests? Is that because there could have been a greater police presence, so that's why there's been more arrests?
That could be one of the reasons. We chatted to a couple of Schoolies and asked them what they thought of the police, and they actually thought that they were doing an awesome job and they were getting along really well. So
you do come from the same hometown. You come from Warrnambool, where I come from too, so... Really, Schoolies got to be pretty bad to beat Warrnambool, don't they?
I felt safer there than a Saturday night in Warrnambool, I reckon.
Well, there was talk of actually banning Schoolies, but Anna Bly's come out and said that won't be happening. But Queensland Police Union President Ian Levers actually wants to see an end to the government-funded response, and he joins us now. Ian, thanks for joining us. For police, what are the issues?
Oh, there are a lot of issues there. That, as we've said, it's a state-funded binge-drinking session for teens. But look, there's police from all over the southeast Queensland which converge on for Schoolies Week. And look, really, there's a lot of police go that they could be doing something else and protecting the community in other areas. But it has been a particularly bad year. Yeah,
but the Schoolies are great for industry up there. I mean, the Red Frog Crew, they're getting a lot of work, and also but tourism, mate. They need Schoolies, don't they?
Oh, look, they're all getting a lot of work, and the Red Frog crew are doing a great job, but there's been a lot of issues with the tourism operators down there. They're concerned. I think the government should be not encouraging people to go, look at other options for teens to go and enjoy themselves after school, but simply encouraging them all the time. There are large numbers on there, and we get a lot of issues out of that.
Ian Levers, is your middle name School?
Yeah, that's good.
Ian, just quickly, what would you like to see happen then? How would you see this improved? If this is still important for tourism and it's going to happen anyway, how would you change it?
Well, look, Queensland doesn't want to be selfish. Let's take it right round the country. Other states can have their turn, and I reckon the great place to start would be Canberra. Look, we only got to look at the political infighting with the coalition at the moment. You know, 35,000 drunken, brawling school leavers. Well, hey, that's small fry compared to the politicians down there.
Ian, I think I speak for everyone in Melbourne, Sydney, Adelaide, Perth and Hobart and everywhere else when I say that we're happy it's in surfers' paradise. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it, Ian.
Thank you.
And thanks to you, Tom, for doing the job for us, and glad you made it back in one piece.
Thank you very much. It was tough.